So I'm going to go over a few of the critical components of what goes into the application, the parts that sort of are the most sort of like controllable by you. And since there's a whole session on personal statements, so this sort of like we'll go over, that once again you have 100% control over the quality of what your personal statements are about, okay? And some schools have multiple personal statements, and some schools, the personal statements are not easy, okay? A very good friend of mine's kid was applying to school this year, and one school asked them to write page 302 of their autobiography. That's not an easy question to ask, okay? Another school asked sort of like, what invention has had the biggest impact on your influence on your life and why? That's not an easy question to ask, okay? Another school asked like, who's your role model and why? Those questions are quite difficult to ask, okay? So they even go beyond the personal statement, okay? Some schools actually have maybe 5 or 6 other essays you have to answer. And some schools even ask for you to send in writing samples, okay, a report that you've written. So it's really important. There is the personal statement, which is the primary one. We're going to be working on that in a couple of weeks. Okay, most schools usually have one personal statement, but other schools have on additional essays. Again, you have 100% control over the quality, okay? Yes, you should be creative, okay? Should you be so creative that nobody understands what you're talking about? No, okay? That's, I think, the biggest problem with personal statements is that people try to be so creative and they try to be so distinguishing, okay, that the message of who they are and what they want to do and why they want to go to a particular school and the contributions they can make really get lost, okay? Don't be afraid to be creative, but don't be so creative that somebody doesn't understand what you're trying to say, or they're trying to figure out the pertinence to what it is that have to do with a college admissions essay. Remember, your personal statement is a college admissions essay. Remember that when you write these things. Your goal of this is to get you into college, okay? What factors are important to get into college? You describing who you are, you describing your future goals, you describing your motivations, okay? These are all important components of a personal statement, okay? So just remember that creativity is fine, okay? Distinguishing factors are fine, but don't go to places where no one's going to understand them. And one thing I want to really emphasize again that really don't wait till the last minute to write these things, and choose your advisors really carefully, okay? Choose people to review these things who are really sort of going to go to bat for you, okay? Who really want you to succeed, okay? Do not ask everybody to read these things, okay? There's a saying in English that too many cooks spoil the broth, okay? And that means the same thing in essay writing. If you get 20 people to read it, there's going to be 20 different interpretations of your essay, and 20 different people are going to give you comments, okay? And if you take everyone's comments into consideration, it's going to actually be a weaker essay. So choose your advisors carefully. Choose 2 or 3 people to help you read and write and develop your personal statement, okay? No more than that, okay? The 2 or 3 or 4 people you ask are pretty much people who are going to know you, know your motivations, see what you want to do, and they're going to really sort of help you along the process. And they're going to give you the ideas that are really consistent all the way through. 10 or 12 people throwing their ideas into your essay is probably going to dilute your essay. It's going to make it actually weaker rather than stronger. So do not get everyone's opinion, and choose your advisors really carefully in terms of the personal statements.